everyone. Good evening, everyone. And welcome to Time Harvest Ministries, Port Towns Youth Council, and Pathways to Career Success, Class of 2022 Graduation Scholarship Banquet. Give a hand. Banquet. Banquet. Congratulations, class of 2022. You're going to hear that a lot tonight. And we're so proud to be able to say that. You made it just like we knew you would. You made it just like we prayed you would. You made it just like you had faith that you would. Somebody said amen. I'm privileged and very blessed to stand before everyone tonight to brag on the achievements of 30 graduate honorees, 28 from Bladensburg High School. One from Duval High School. And one from Elizabeth Seton High School. Now, I got a surprise for you all. There are actually 48 students who are graduates from the Pathways to Career Success program. 30 of you, and this is very important to hear this, 30 of you chose to be honored tonight to receive recognitions and awards because you distinguished yourselves by going above and beyond what was asked of you for the past 4 years. The last time we had an in-person graduation was in 2019 when Natalia Munoz graduated. This 2022 class would not settle for a virtual graduation. They would not settle for it. They have been looking forward to the pomp and circumstance of all the previous Time Harvest Ministries graduation ceremonies, where the whole community comes out to celebrate with our graduates. Well, your prayers were answered, and you are here due to your hard work from our board members, hard work from our staff, Mr. Pruitt and Mr. Sanchez. COVID is still present with us, so we will see a mix of in-person and video presentations. Another big change is our family-style dining that we absolutely loved. Though not as elegant, we hope the buffet style will be pleasant for you. We all believe that with God, all things are possible, and that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Amen? Even when Omicron reared its ugly head and began shutting down places again, we all just kept what? Praying and working hard. And look, here we are. Our graduates really wanted this opportunity to reconnect with you tonight and to strengthen their relationships with you, which is what drove the theme, connecting and strengthening relationships for life success. We are so proud of you for wanting to be recognized publicly, for excelling academically, and for your service to this community and beyond. You know how people often say, but you don't know my story. But I say to you, you really don't know their stories. Despite some of the devastating things that challenged some of these families during the past 26 months of COVID, our students overcame fears, depression, and doubts. Re-engaging with their schools last fall and strengthening their in-person relationships with their teachers, counselors, ETHM coaches, and community leaders ensures their success. Yes, I said success. I'm bragging again. Listen to why I'm bragging about these graduates. This class of 30 students who chose to be honored tonight has a 3.3 grade point average compared to those who chose not to be honored tonight, and there are 48 of those students, and guess what their grade point average is? 3.1. Listen to their service learning hours data. These 30 honorees have 3,826 service learning hours, which equates to 127 service learning hours per student. But hold on. The entire class of 48 graduates earned 4,924 service learning hours that equates to an average of 103 service learning hours per student. Now, I think that deserves a big hand. You know why I'm so proud of that? There are still students that are struggling at the end of the year to earn 24 service learning hours to graduate. These are averaging 127 hours and 103 hours. We are so proud of these students for choosing to enter college in the fall to pursue such majors as nursing, computer science, animation, and early childhood special education, among others. Some graduates will be engaging in career and technical education training programs such as culinary arts, nursing, pharmacy, and carpentry. 2 graduates are entering the military, and 1 graduate is entering the Prince George's County Police Academy. Yes, if I sound proud, I am. You should be very proud. And I say to you, ask everybody you come in contact with, aren't you proud of these graduates? And all they can say is yes, yes, amen.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Karys Amatie, and I graduated from Elizabeth Seton High School and was honored to lead the Port Towns Youth Council as the chaplain for the past 4 years. Would you please bow your heads? Father God, thank you for bringing all of us through the most dangerous time in modern history. Students, parents, and educators' lives were turned upside down during the pandemic. But Father God, you, by your ordained will, brought our 2022 graduating class through to graduation, and for this we are grateful. Now we know that we never would have made it without you. We made it because now we know what Reverend Addison taught us in Philippians 4:13, that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Now that we are prepared for success at the next level, I pray that we will forever be grateful to everyone who helped us get here. Our families, teachers, pastors, mentors, coaches, and the right friends. But most of all, may we ever be mindful that you will continue to strengthen us to be courageous to achieve our career and life dreams. Lord, tonight we will receive many accolades, awards, and scholarships. I pray that we will humbly receive them and appreciate the time and other investments of our guests. Lord, bless the planners and all the guests who made many sacrifices for us. Finally, Father God, please bless the caterers and foods and may it nourish our bodies. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Now, I would like to introduce you a very special artist who was a psalmist and lyricist, Miss Kristy Stevens. She has something very special planned for our graduates this evening, and I'm going to ask her to begin her presentation at this time.
Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Good evening. It's such an honor to be here tonight before you all to celebrate our wonderful students in this graduation. I reached out to Apostle Gail about this graduation, and we had a wonderful conversation about music and the power of music. And she asked me to write the graduates a song. And so I want to dedicate this song to all of the graduates tonight, to your family, to your parents, to your loved ones. It's about your destiny. It's about your leadership, and it's about empowering our students to be the leaders that they were destined to be. I hope you like it. You had a destiny before you were born and came to be, created to shine and do great things. Stand tall with pride, the world is yours. You're like a butterfly, spreading your wings and going high. The sky is the limit, never too high. Stand tall with pride, it's yours. Work harder, stand taller, speak louder, think longer, dream bigger, go wiser, go higher. You can work harder, stand taller, speak louder, think longer, dream bigger, be to lead. Thank you.
That was absolutely beautiful. Amazing. And to just think Miss Kristy wrote it and dedicated it just to us is absolutely outstanding. Miss Kristy, please come forward. And we wish to present to you these yellow long stem roses to you for the sacrifice of time, talent, and love you gave to us and our guests tonight. We love you and wish you all the best that God has given you.
And Karys, your prayer was very moving as always.
Thank you, Karys and Miss Kristy. Miss Kristy, I would love for you to sign my program booklet before we leave tonight. Please and thank you.
Destiny will be ringing in my spirit forever. Thank you again for composing it just for us.
Thank you so much.
But now, I've been told that there are two very prestigious Prince George's officials who could not be with us tonight, but wanted to take this opportunity to share their hearts with us about us.
Hello, everyone. It is my pleasure to congratulate the class of 2022 on a job well done. You have reached a significant milestone in your lives, and you should be proud of the work you have put in to get here. I know that you all have been through some challenging times the last couple of years. We all have. But you persevered and reached your goal. Through the highs and lows, your time with Time Harvest Ministries has instilled in you the importance of building connections with each other and with your community. And you received the best preparation possible to move forward and achieve life success in a wide range of career interests. I'm truly excited about what the future holds for each of you. Remember the connections you have made along the way. Be grateful for your support system of family, friends, and mentors that has helped get you to this point and is ready to support you through the next stage of your life. Stay connected to them and continue to make them proud. I also want to show my deepest appreciation to Reverend Gail Addison and the work of Time Harvest Ministries. For 26 years, you have been dedicated to educating and empowering the youth of Prince George's County. By building enduring connections with our young people and preparing them for success in life, you have made an enduring mark on this community. Thank you for your tremendous service to our community, and we look forward to many more years of you helping to change the lives of our youth. Congratulations again, and God continue to bless you all.
Greetings. Thank you, Reverend Addison. Greetings. Thank you, Reverend Addison and Time Harvest Ministries, for inviting me to join you in celebrating graduates of the Port Towns Youth Council and Pathways to Career Success program. Today, we celebrate your graduation from high school. This is one of life's major milestones and worthy of celebration. As Michelle Obama once said, it is absolutely still possible to make a difference. And from what I can see, you have definitely made a difference. Thanks to your efforts, those around you have a better life, and I could not be prouder of your many achievements. I am proud to also be a product of Prince George's County Public Schools. I didn't set out to be an educator, but once I started, it became clear that it would be my passion and life path. As you celebrate graduation, I encourage you to pursue your passions along your life's unique path. Reflect on all that you have accomplished and learn from the challenges you have faced. Be sure to acknowledge and thank those who helped you along the way, including your families, your teachers, and your community, and including Time Harvest Ministries. Many thanks to Reverend Addison and Time Harvest Ministries for more than 25 years of service to families, communities, and young people. Prince George's County Public Schools appreciates your partnership in supporting Bladensburg High School students through the Port Towns Youth Council and Pathways to Career Success program. On behalf of PGCPS, I wish the class of 2022 all the very best in your future endeavors. Congratulations.
Welcome to the Class of 2022 Graduation Scholarship Banquet. My name is Bautista Flores, and I am the president of the Port Towns Youth Council and one of tonight's 2022 graduates. I am honored to serve as one of tonight's Emcees along with my colleague.
And I am Stephanie Romero, the vice president of the Port Towns Youth Council. And I also am a senior from Bladensburg High School who entered Time Harvest Ministries in the 9th grade in 2019.
Tonight, 30 graduates, including us, are being honored because we have worked very hard to get here in spite of many challenges, and some were heartbreaking events, such as what my family experienced. Right now, I would like to give a special thank you to Time Harvest Ministries for helping me and my family in a very difficult time. Time Harvest Ministries made it possible for my entire family to fly to El Salvador to visit my very ill grandmother. Soon after we saw her, she had passed. Without the caring help of Time Harvest Ministries, we would not have been able to see her alive before she passed. This meant absolutely everything to us, so thank you.
I have no words to express this devastating loss for you. I can't imagine how difficult it is to lose your grandma. I just want to wish you the best in life, and I know that she's really proud of you tonight for what you have achieved and what you're going to achieve.
Thank you.
Being nominated by our teachers or counselor began what Reverend Addison calls building a community of care around us participants. First, we met Time Harvest Ministries, mentors, and coaches who were career selectees to attend a Pathways to Career Success orientation workshop with our parents, where we met many friendly community, county, and state officials.
Remember, these officials ate breakfast with us and took our 9th grade class picture with us, which was an honor and a very big surprise.
We also met upper class wellness ambassadors who showed us what it means to be a wellness ambassador to our community and county.
During our orientation, Reverend Addison and her Time Harvest Ministries team led us in our first career self-assessment with our parents and shared the mission of the Pathways to Career Success program, which is to engage students in the Prince George's County for academic, career, and life success.
It was hard for our parents to believe that Time Harvest Ministries could deliver so much in 4 years. They promised that we would 1, graduate on time, 2, be prepared to enter college, trade school, military, or the workforce upon graduation, 3, be equipped with leadership and character skills, and 4, promote youth-led health and wellness advocacy.
But what is even more amazing is that Time Harvest Ministry coaches and staff constantly monitor our grades, require us to use manners and etiquette, to be service leaders, which we learned in our Port Towns Youth Council leadership and character development workshops.
Workforce development is a real plus for us. Already, I have interned with 4 different employers during the summer, and our job skills workshops are the best.
Seniors have so much to do to meet Time Harvest Ministries' primary objective, to prepare ourselves to graduate on time, college, career, and workforce ready. Also, Time Harvest Ministries requires seniors to comply with all Bladensburg High School graduation requirements to graduate with honors from the Time Harvest Ministries programs.
Also, as seniors, we understand that we must apply early for the colleges that we wish to attend. We have to finalize our resumes on time, submit our scholarship applications on time, have our graduation pictures taken on time, and submit everything to Time Harvest Ministries on time. In addition to keeping our grades up, participate in most activity outreach with our parents, and meet standardized testing requirements.
And most importantly, they must maintain a positive attitude in everything. That is a lot.
I know because the Time Harvest Ministries alumni that I've met are prepared for adulthood and self-sufficiency.
It's no wonder, really, why Reverend Addison wants a grand celebration for us to be held to honor our graduates for 4 years of hard work. Stephanie, I will always remember that we, with other class members, have our very own book, Hear the Cries of Our Youth.
I never will forget that summer when we were challenged the first summer of COVID. I didn't know what we were going to do. We had never, ever been challenged to not have a Jobs for Youth program. We'd never been challenged not to be able to place students in summer internships. But I was determined that they were going to have an educational experience that we were going to turn into a job. And when they created their own book, Hear the Cries of Our Youth, it was so amazing to see the depth of our students caring about everyday issues like voting fears of minorities, healthcare system that hardly works, education that needs a lot of help. These students took those subjects, and what they said was, if we do this well, we can affect systems change in Prince George's County. But in order for that to happen, they have to get invited to the table, and their voices have to be heard. We're still fighting for that to happen, and it's going to happen. And we figured that book was nothing but kindling wood, because this is going to catch fire, and they're going to be able to talk and sit down with our senators, delegates, and with our other officials and talk to them about how they see the systems and what change they are willing to get involved with to make a difference. Our youth will do that, you all. Can anybody believe that with me? Our youth will do that. They're graduating, but their voices will become louder and louder and louder. And you know what they have done? They have affected and infected other friends and students that's around them, and they're beginning to talk like them. And so we're excited about this summer bridge program that belongs to our principal, Miss Lisa Faulkner Jones. Let's give her a hand. She had a dream, and her dream was that 8th graders would transition well into high school 9th grade, and that they would be successful, and that those 8th graders would graduate, as Stephanie said, on time. So we're standing with you. Principal, we're standing with you. We're standing with you. And so we're just so thankful to be a part of her vision of Bladensburg High School. But without further ado, we want to talk about something that we all are passionate about, and that's eating. So we want to go on to this segment and have a dinner time, not a dinner hour, but a dinner time. And I'm so sorry that we can't have our banquet family style, but putting on the Ritz and this wonderful facility has made it possible for us to do buffet in style. Let's give Putting on the Ritz and also the Samuel Riggs Alumni Center a big hand. Now here's how we're going to do this.
Hello, I'm Ronald McFadden, and congratulations, class of 2022. I graduated from Bladensburg High School in 2005 as the senior class president. Experiencing a program like the Port Towns Youth Council empowered me socially, economically, academically, and spiritually. I still hear Reverend Addison's words to me. Focus, Ronald, focus. When I wanted to change directions from what I committed to do, I would hear, focus, Ronald. And I'm so happy that I listened to her because now I'm fully equipped to accomplish the goals that I set for myself and for my students. I'm an assistant principal in Baltimore County Public Schools. I serve as the vice chair of the Baltimore City Board of School Commissioners. I'm the founding artistic director of the Urban Choral Arts Society, and I'm pursuing my doctorate degree because I love and believe in students. Remember, we are all so proud of the push it took for you to be here tonight. Not only you, but also your parents.
The Jobs for Youth Summer Employment Program is, of course, meant to give our students employability skills and to prepare them for college, careers, and the workforce. This summer, I decided that we needed to do something different.
This summer, I am so grateful to partner with Time Harvest Ministries and Reverend Gail Addison and her team to do the Arts and Wellness in Action program. We are longtime partners in supporting young adults to thrive and be excellent. And our work this summer was using the arts to anchor well-being after a year of isolation from the pandemic. And what we wanted to achieve was using literary arts and dance to restore some wholeness in our students who have been stuck online, stuck in a two-dimensional world, isolated from peers. And so it's a wonderful moment to use the arts to be part of a whole community.
Dance is very important, and dance is healing in all aspects. It is physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally giving to our students. Within the dance program or the dance workshop within this program, the students have learned step from Ms. Ronique Murray, a professional dancer within Step Africa here in the DC area. With me, they've learned ballet, they've learned jazz, they've learned hip hop and Latin dance, so they've really got a well-versed spectrum of all genres of dance. And then they took these and went on to choreograph their own phrase, which you'll see in this program.
Spoken word helps to build confidence. It helps to generate a voice. It helps them to find themselves in a way that they probably could never find themselves before creatively. It opens up their imagination. It opens up their mind, their emotion. It opens up everything physically about them that they thought never existed.
These students, they blew my heart, my mind, and my soul away. And I'm just astonished at all the artistic potential and power that they're brewing and that they're going to grow into.
Congratulations, class of 2022. My name is Natalie Muniz. I graduated from College Park Academy in 2019, and I currently attend Delaware State University. I am currently in my junior year. I will also be entering my senior year in the fall semester. Experiencing the Port Towns Youth Council empowered me socially, educationally, and economically. When I got to college, I had to navigate my own obstacles and challenges, but being in leadership in the Port Towns Youth Council has helped me to be independent, speak up for myself, and seek many opportunities. Remember, we are so proud of you, class of 2022, for pushing through all the obstacles, and you are all one of the main reasons why we are here today. I want to leave you with 3 important scriptures that have helped me through my years of college and are still helping me to this day. The first one comes from Reverend Addison, telling us that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, which comes from Philippians 4:13. And secondly, my mom's favorite scripture for me is, "He who began a good work in me will carry it on to completion," and that comes from Philippians 1:6. And lastly, I share with you the scripture I stand on, which comes from Psalms 46:5, which states, "He is within her, she will not fail." Congrats, class of 2022.
Purposes for tonight are to celebrate the true meaning of Christmas. Secondly, to honor a living community servant, Miss Dottie McNeil.
Talk about a friend. Dottie was a friend. She was the type of friend, I guess we were both busybodies. We cared about our community. We cared about people. We didn't care who you were, whatever. We cared about whatever age you were. We dealt with the scenes, whatever. And it's almost like when we go to sleep at night, we think about, oh, this needs to be done, that needs to be done. This house doesn't look right, and this needs to be done. And we would come together.
When I met Dottie through Delegate Fennell. She has a love for the community. When I say a love for the community, she has a love for the community. It's because of Dottie, like Renee said, she would be out at the poles and rolling crafts in the rain. I pull up, Dottie, what are you doing out here? It's raining. Well, I gotta be out here and help. No, Dottie, it's raining. So, but she still stood out there, got her umbrellas and stuff, Dottie. You hurry up and get on back home. But Dottie was a tremendous person. She loved her community. She loved the people.
You know, the thing that anybody is going to learn from Dottie is that you have to put the community first, and that you have to make sure you're looking out for the people who live in an area and listen to them to make sure that you're doing what's best for them because they know what's best for them. You don't impose what you think is best for them.
And I'm just so glad that Reverend Addison tonight is celebrating her, and you all decided to join the celebration by bringing toys in for those that may not have toys and helping others that are less fortunate. Because we don't have to wait on you all to be leaders. You all are already leaders. You're already leaders.
Hello, my name is Razak Akinola, and congratulations to the class of 2022. Like you, I got my first job and first paycheck through Time Harvest Ministries. I remember when Reverend Addison paid me my first $100 paycheck like it was yesterday. I thought I was the man. It was such a great feeling. But as much as I enjoyed those paychecks, the spiritual and workforce principles that I learned through this organization were invaluable. They have remained with me and helped shape me into the person I am today. I learned the value of hard work, discipline, integrity, and responsibility. Class of 2022, I encourage you to remember the principles that you have been taught and hold them close. And if you do so, I know you are going to succeed in whatever you set your mind to do in the future. Just know that you can do all things through Christ who gives you strength. Again, congratulations to you, and God bless.
have worked so hard to ensure that we get the best of everything.
Our End Time Harvest Ministry leaders work very hard, and I hope you all appreciate that we learn together, serve together, play together, work together, and above all, we pray together. Also, isn't the meal delicious?
We also hope you notice that this ministry has been steadfast and dedicated to empowering youth academically, socially, and economically. Did I hear Razak said that he and other youth in their church and in Port Towns community received their first jobs and first paychecks through End Time Harvest Ministries in 1999?
Let's give End Time Harvest Ministries staff, youth, parents, educators, business leaders, and faith leaders a hand for helping to build what Reverend Addison calls a community of care around the youth for more than 2 decades.
Are we ready? I don't think they're ready for this amazing keynote speaker. He is a renowned international motivational speaker and singer, and he is a radio personality with his daily ETHM Sirius radio show.
Let's give the audience a little bit more about who this amazing person is. Dr. Willie Jolley has achieved remarkable heights in his life after coming from humble beginnings, from his father passing when he was a teenager and him putting himself through college by singing in nightclubs and recording jingles for radio and television commercials. He went on to become a multi-Whammy Washington Area Music Association winning award from the nightclub performer. Yet, at the top of his nightclub career, he was fired and replaced by a karaoke machine during the karaoke craze that swept America. Dr. Jolley decided that he was not going to give up, so he took that setback and turned it into an amazing comeback. I'm going to stop right here and allow Mr. Jolley himself to give us the rest of the story. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and let's warmly greet Dr. Willie Jolley.
Well, I have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, I can't refuse it. I didn't seek it, I didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but our eternities are wrapped up in it. Good evening, everybody. Oh, y'all can do that better than that. Good evening, everybody. I know it was a good evening because it was a good morning. How did I know it was a good morning? Because I woke up this morning without a chalk outline around my body. I said, it's a good day. Every day above ground is a good day. You don't believe it? Try missing one. I want to be grateful and excited about being here, but I first have to thank Reverend Gail Addison for the incredible work she has been doing. Please give her a big round of applause. End Time Harvest Ministries is making a difference, and I want to applaud her and celebrate her for all she's done. Then I want to take a moment before I get started to celebrate those who are graduating tonight, who are being honored tonight with the 30 people. Would you give them a round of applause? But I also know that if you ever go along a road and you see a turtle on a post, it didn't get there by itself. I want to celebrate the parents and the guardians. With all the parents and guardians, get a round of applause. So we are grateful to be here. I'm grateful to be here, and I'm excited about being here. And I want to thank you for inviting me, Reverend Addison. And I want to thank also, I got a friend, I got to shout out. Peggy Morris is here, my dear sister from Sisters for Sisters Network Incorporated. And I got other friends here. I just want to welcome everybody and give you all honor and glory and give God glory for this incredible and especially exciting occasion. We're here to do three things today, or I'm here to do three things. First, I'm here to celebrate the accomplishment of these graduates. And then we're here to give appreciation and appreciate the work and the struggle that they were willing to stay focused on. So we first celebrate them, then we appreciate them, but I'm also here to motivate them. To motivate them to take it to another level, because there is another level. We don't want you to get stuck at this level because there's another level. And so today I want to talk to you about the 3 Ds for determining your destiny. And so I'm grateful. Now I must start by saying I'm grateful. Grateful every time, each and every time I get to do what I do. Had an experience some years ago that gave me new perspective about life. I was speaking in Japan right before the pandemic for my second tour of Japan, speaking for the U.S. Marines. Hoorah. Speaking for the families of those who were deployed. Speaking for the young people in the schools. All over the island of Okinawa. After 2 weeks, it was time to leave Japan and go to Seoul, Korea. And so my bride and I'm sorry. When I mention my bride, I always got to take a moment. And I got to hold on to something real tight because I get weak in my knees. Because I'm a newlywed. Y'all supposed to clap. That's my bride over there. Stand up, bride, so everybody can see my bride. That's my bride. We're newlyweds. June 28th, we'll celebrate 37 years of marriage. Now, people always say, well, how you say you're newlywed? Because I still got the fire for her. That's how. I tell people publicly and privately I would crawl over broken glass to get to that woman. I told her one day, I said, if you leave me, I'm coming with you. Y'all might have seen us recently on television. We've been promoting and talking about our new marriage book called Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last. And it's now already becoming a popular marriage book around the world. So every Monday night now we're doing a television show online on Facebook and on IG on Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, the broadcast. We invite you to come join us. So my bride and I, we were leaving Japan. We're going to Seoul, Korea. We get to the airport. There's a lady at the front door. She said, oh, we've been waiting for you. Could I see your ticket? I handed her my ticket. She said, oh, I'm so excited you're here. I said, really? I'm kind of feeling good about myself. She handed a ticket to another lady who said, we're going to check in your seating assignments. And that lady then handed a ticket to another lady who said, we're going to get your luggage straight. All right. And they handed it to a fourth lady who said, we're going to take you to the VIP room. Now, in order to get to the VIP room, we had to go down the front hallway where we came in. And as we going down the front hallway, we walked by the front door, and the lady who greeted us when we first came in, she now was greeting a whole group of other people. And as I walked by her, her back was to me, and as I walked by her, I overheard her say to this other group of people, we've been waiting for you. I realized they said that to everybody. We got to the VIP room. It was everybody. It was a waiting room. First class, business class, coach class, Americans, Japanese, everybody in there together. They gave us a few refreshments, and then they said, we're going to take you to the shuttle that'll take you to your aircraft. We got on that shuttle together, first class, business class, coach class, Americans, everybody together. And as that shuttle was about to pull off, all those ladies we had met that day, from the first to the second to third to fourth, they ran to the edge of that bus, and in unison, they bowed and said, thank you for letting us serve you. I learned a valuable lesson that day. When I get to do what I do, whether it's 5 people, 50 people, 500 people, or 5,000 people, And I would suggest when you get to do what you do, we should never see it as work. We should see it as service. Because service is the rent we pay for our space on this earth. We start by talking about the fact that we are celebrating a great accomplishment tonight. And I think about something that Dr. Martin Luther King said in his final speech at Ebenezer Baptist Church. We know that speech is called the Drum Major Instinct. But in that speech, in that sermon, was a little piece that inspires me. He said, if you want to be important, that's fine. If you want to be recognized, that's good. But if you want to be great, you need to know the new definition of greatness. The new definition of greatness is that those who are the greatest servants are the greatest people. He said, as long as you understand that it's in your service that creates greatness. He said, you don't need to have a college education to serve somebody. You don't need to know about Plato and Aristotle to serve somebody. You don't need to know the second theory of nuclear physics to serve somebody. All you need is a heart full of love and a soul generated by grace. And if you do serve somebody, you will be great. So young people today, I encourage you to make a commitment that from this place tonight, as you're recognized tonight, that you make a commitment that you're going to serve somebody with your life, that you're going to do something that will make a difference in your life. So 3 D's, I'm going to give them to you and I'll be taking my seat. 3 simple D's for determining your destiny. 3 simple D's for determining your destiny. The 3 D's are the dream, decide, and do. Dream, decide, and do. Scriptures teaches us without a vision, a people perish. But with a vision, a people will flourish. Michael Jordan was asked in an interview what made him such a great basketball player. His answer was when he was in high school, he got cut from the basketball team for not being good enough. He went home that night and dreamed about doing impossible things with a basketball because he wanted to prove to the coach that the coach had made a mistake. Once he saw it in here, he tried it out there. And once he tried it, he realized he could do it. It was amazing. Duke Ellington was asked what created in him this greatness to create music. He said, I dream a lot. Walt Disney was asked how he created Disneyland after having 2 nervous breakdowns. He said, because I kept on dreaming. Muhammad Ali was asked how he revolutionized the boxing industry so people would flock to see him fight. He said, I created a personality that people either loved or they hated. Those who loved me came to see me win. Those who hated me came to see me lose. In the meantime, every seat was taken. You must continue to dream, folks. Einstein said, your imagination is much more powerful than knowledge. I want you to dream. In the book of Joel, in the 2nd chapter, it says, and it shall come to pass in the last days, says God, that I will pour out of my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters will prophesy. Your young men will see visions. Your old men shall dream dreams. And on my men servant and maid servants I will pour out my spirit in those days. And I will show you wonders that will come to pass. I'm saying to you that the incredible things that God will show you in your mind when you get a dream. So I want you to start dreaming big. I don't want you to have little teeny-weeny dreams. I want you to have dreams that sometimes will shake you to your core. Because the old saying says, that which is before you and that which is behind you can never compare with that which is within you. There's greatness in this room. There's greatness in this room, but you got to start by dreaming big. Next, you got to decide. After you dream, you got to decide. Decision is taken from the Greek word to cut. If you make an incision, you cut in. You make a decision, you cut off. If you're going to be all you were born to be, somewhere along the line, you're going to have to cut off some folks. You know what folks I'm talking about, those people who are the small-minded, itty-bitty, petty-thinking people who are always telling you what you can't do. Oh, you can't be a doctor. You don't come from a family that could put you through med school. You can't be a lawyer. You don't have that kind of skill set. You can't be this or that. You got to leave those negative people alone. Make a decision that there are going to be some people in your life who are like a train. You get on a train, as you go along your path on a train, there'll be some people get on the train with you, but somewhere along the way before you get off, they get off. And there'll be new people who get on the train at that point. And you keep riding toward your destination. So you got to decide. And they're going to be negative people. See, y'all heard the story. They said I was a singer before I became a speaker. And y'all have heard my voice on many jingles over the year. Pizza Hut, making it great. We work well together. News for and you. BET, Black Entertainment TV. Plus one that everybody in Maryland knows. It's happening. Addison, it's happening. Addison Mall, the happening place. So anyway, I sang jingles through today. But I made the majority of my income singing in nightclubs. And I sang in dark, dank, smoke-filled nightclubs, singing songs I hated. But I kept on singing because they kept on paying me. One song I hated. I hate this song. Feelings. I hate that song. But every night at the club, I would say, sing Feelings. I'd sing it loud and strong because I was waiting to get discovered, not knowing most of the people too drunk to discover their way out the front door. Well, one night I came in a nightclub. The club owner said, I want to talk to you after the night show. I told the guys in the band they want to talk. We've been selling out for months. We got standing room only audiences. We about to get our raise. I walked in his office that night. He said, you were great. I said, thank you. People loved you. I said, thank you. We made a lot of money since you've been here. I said, yes. He said, that's why it's hard for me to tell you what I got to tell you. Now that we made a lot of money, the owners of the club have decided they got to get a better return on investment. And the only way to do that with a full nightclub is to lower the cost. And the band's the biggest cost. We got something else that's filling up nightclubs that's a lot cheaper than a band. We bought a karaoke machine. I said, but what about my bills? I learned that night nobody cares about your bills but you and the people you owe. Am I right about it? I went home and told my wife, I said, I got to do something else, but I didn't know what I was going to do. And a friend of mine gave me an audio cassette tape. It was a motivational tape. I had never heard a motivational message. And on this tape was a guy who said, in 5 years, you'll be the same person you are today except for two things. The people you meet who inspire you and the books you read that empower you. And I started reading books and I started going to seminars. But I remember sharing my dream of becoming a speaker with a friend of mine. And he said, no way. You'll never make it. You don't have that skill. Because I was a singer. He said, you better get you a job because you're going to starve if you try this speaking thing. And I heard his voice. And it was negative. But for some reason, I had to fight my inner self to think he knew more than me about me. And I said, you know what? I'm going to be a good speaker. And I set out on my quest. That was in 1990. In 1990. And I said, I'm going to live my dream. And I started speaking as part of my job with the Washington, D.C. public schools. I took a job with the school system. And then from the little kids, the teachers would say, can you come to my teachers group? And someone in the teachers group would say, can you come to my church? And someone in the church would say, can you come to my company? And it continued to grow and to start getting a little momentum. And then one day I'm speaking in a little teeny-weeny hotel room, only about 12 people in the room, like the size of this table right here. But the doorway was open. And in the big ballroom that night, they were going to have a big motivational rally. While I'm speaking to this small group of people, one of the speakers from that night's rally walked by the room, and he heard my message. His name was Les Brown, the great motivational speaker. And he listened to my message. When I finished, he said, young man, you got a talent. You speak and you sing. I'm looking for somebody who can speak and sing for a tour I'm going to kick off. Are you interested? I said, I think so. And a few months later, we kicked off the Les Brown Music and Motivation Dream Team Tour, which featured Les Brown, Billy Preston, Gladys Knight, and a little guy from Washington, D.C., me. Because of Les and Gladys, they introduced me to some radio people. And I got a little radio show, and it got popular, it got syndicated. You can now hear me every morning on Praise 104.1 at 8:20 every morning, on Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell with my Wake Up and Win with Dr. Willie Jolley message. Turn it on, tune it in. Or you can hear me on my Sirius XM radio show, which I'm proud to say is now the #1 self-help show in the country, and that's doing great in my podcast. And things started happening. One day, a book publisher called me and said, I've been listening to you on the radio. Have you ever thought about writing a book? I said, no, I never thought about it. He said, let me make you an offer. I said, I just thought about it. My first book, It Only Takes a Minute to Change Your Life, came out in 1997, now over 1 million copies worldwide. It's been translated into 8 languages. I recently got the newest translation, Korean. I don't know what it says, but it sure does look good. My second book is the one that took me around the world. It became a global bestseller. A Setback is a Setup for a Comeback. And then my book turned setbacks into greenbacks, came out and hit the bestsellers list. Then An Attitude of Excellence hit the bestsellers list. Then our new marriage book, Make Love, Make Money, Make It Last, came out and hit the bestsellers list. And then in 1999, I was giving a speech in Dallas, Texas. My phone's going crazy. Urgent, urgent, urgent. I called my office. What's so urgent? Toastmasters International keeps calling. They say it's urgent. Toastmasters, that's the big speaking organization. What do they want? I'm not a member of Toastmasters. They say it's urgent. I called Toastmasters. Hi, this is Willie Jolley. Willie Jolley, we've been awaiting your call. We just want to let you know you've just been named one of the outstanding 5 speakers in the world for this year. I said, what you say? They said former winners include Colin Powell, Norman Schwarzkopf, Nelson Mandela, Margaret Thatcher, Christopher Reeve. I said, what? You sure you got the right person? My name is Willie Jolley. Willie. They said, the one from Washington, D.C.? I said, yes. The one who wrote the book, A Setback, A Setup for a Comeback? Yes, you're the one. I said, but you must be mistaken. Those are big dogs. I'm a little dog. I speak to school kids. I speak to churches. I even speak to people's family reunions. I'm a little dog. And the lady said something I'll never forget. She said, let me tell you something. Little dog keep yapping loud enough and strong enough. Big dogs start to hear about you. Moral of the story, folks, just think if I listened to my negative friend and hadn't given it a shot. I'm saying to each one of you, you've got a dream inside of you. Then you got to decide to not listen to the negative naysayers. Strike out on your dream. Go give it your best shot, and you'll be amazed. So you must first dream, decide, then last but not least, you got to do. You got to take action. A vision without an action is an illusion. An action without a vision is mere confusion. But a vision mixed with action can give your life a transfusion. So Dr. King was right when he said, just keep moving forward. He said, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, don't stop. Keep moving forward. And I'm saying to each one of you today that it's your time to move forward. It's your time. I want to celebrate you for the great accomplishment I want to appreciate you for the work you were willing to do to get here. But then I want to motivate you. I'll close with my favorite story. By the way, when this is over, I'll be over at a table over here. I've got bookmarks for those who want to get a bookmark. If somebody wants to come over and purchase a book and get it signed, I'll be happy to do that. You want to take a picture, I'm happy to do that. But I definitely want to celebrate each one of the graduates and all they have done. I'll close with my favorite story. I was a new speaker. I had no books, no tapes, no television, no radio, no credentials to be a speaker. I was struggling to keep the lights on, struggling to keep the phones on. I'd make sales calls and people say, who, what? I never heard of you, and hang up in my face. I wouldn't make any more calls that day because I was discouraged. Anybody ever got that rejection kick in the gut when somebody rejects you? And I didn't make any more calls until I could get my courage up again. It took a couple of days, but then first thing the next day, I got my courage up. A couple of days would go by, and I made the first call, and the guy said, I like your energy. I'm having a meeting. It's going to be in Orlando, Florida. We need a speaker. I think you do well. Are you available? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And here's the budget. Wow. Yes, sir. That'll work. He said, we'll give you an airline ticket to Orlando. Come down and give us a good speech. I said, yes, sir. I went to Orlando and I gave the speech. They gave me a standing ovation, and then they gave me my check. I was ecstatic. I put the check in my pocket, feeling good. I finished meeting and greeting people, feeling good. Went to the airport, feeling good. Got on that plane, feeling good. Sat in my seat, feeling good. Plane took off, and I pulled that check out a second time. When I looked at the check the second time, I got depressed. Because I realized that money was already gone. It was allocated. Anybody ever got your check before you get home? You know it's gone. I started having a pity party with myself right there at B22. An older gentleman across the aisle must have sensed I was struggling. He struck up a conversation with me. He told me he was a minister. He lectured every day in a different city about health and wealth. I said, you fly every day? He said, yes, sir. I said, you speak every day? He said, yes. We talked for a few more minutes. Then he asked me a question that changed the trajectory of my future. He said, young man, how old do you think I am? I looked him up and down. I said, sir, I think you may be 60? He smiled. He took off his glasses. He looked me dead in the eye. He said, young man, I'm 88 years old. I'm 88, and my best is yet to come. Woo! In that moment, everything shifted. If an 88-year-old man could have the optimism to believe that his best days were in front of him and not behind him, what did I have to whine and cry and complain about? And I went home with a new attitude. And I got on that phone and started making sales calls. And if people say no, I'd say next. They say, I'm not interested in what you got. I say, thank you, you're not the right one. Well, 30 years have gone by. I've been inducted into the Speaker Hall of Fame. I've been named one of the outstanding 5 speakers in the world. I've been named a legend of the speaking industry. I've got best-selling books, television, and radio, but it's just the tip of the iceberg. And I came here today to say to each and every one of you, and especially to the graduates today, without a question in my mind, your best is yet to come. Your best is yet to come. Your best is yet to come. You have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. It's forced upon you. You can't refuse it. You didn't seek it. You did not choose it. But it's up to you to use it. You must suffer if you lose it. Give account if you abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but your eternities all wrapped up in it. It's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure for me to be in the presence of greatness. Live your break. Live your dreams. God bless you.
a lot of encouragement, because I hate to say, they get a lot of negative words coming at them, and most of those words are coming from within them to their minds. And so you need an antidote to something that is so powerful, your own words that you keep speaking that are so narrow, and the doubt. I hate words of doubt. And this is why I asked Dr. Willie Jolley today, because I knew that he would dispel any negatives that you have about yourselves, young people, middle-aged people, old people, and older people. We should never think negative about ourselves, because that's what we're going to attract to us. That's what we're going to attract to us. So I tell you, you are successful, Dr. Jolley. And I love a person who knows how to brag on themselves, but they got substance behind them. Yes, yes, yes. Speak well of yourself, but be able to back it up. And he can back it up, and he did. And I thank you. And I thank you, Lady D. He didn't get here by himself. You. Jesus made him, but you did the other half. We're so grateful to you. I don't know what to do. Now, we have a presentation and to make to you, and I know this is the craziest thing you ever seen, but you see this pretty dish garden? Yes. This is yours. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Glory.
Did you know my wife loves plants?
No, I did not. No, I did not. But the Lord knew. The Lord knew. But if you can tarry with me in my folly right now, I want you to know it's yours, but you can't have it now because it's part of our stage prop. Is that okay? That's okay. So you're going to stay till the end, right? Glory to God. We always up to something. This time I would like to do something very special. And I've got two people who can prove that young people can lead successfully. And so this is called the Outstanding Student Leaders Award segment. And the fourth goal of End Time Harvest Ministries is to promote youth-led health and wellness advocacy. And so what we do is we put our young people in situations where they have to lead. Because see, a lot of times when you ask them to volunteer to lead, everybody look around. You look around or whatever. We don't give them a chance. We baptize them by fire, and they have to lead. These young people, and I think you saw it on the monitor tonight, this young one, when I first met him at Bladensburg Elementary School, he was the quietest young man, very, very introverted, very shy, didn't have much to say. And I didn't know his story until we did a story on him and his family. And I'm telling you the mighty long ways that he has come from, just because he had a family that always spoke possibilities in his ears. When he got here, he couldn't speak any English. But my God, now he's at the University of Maryland, and I'm gonna let him tell you the rest. And also Natalia. Well, I feel like me and Jackie, we had her together. She was birthed in End Time Harvest Ministries and to see her seasons change over season after season after season. And now she's almost a senior at Delaware State. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Freddie and Marjorie Graves, can you believe that? It's just amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. But they have something they want to say, and we have something that we want to do as a result of what they're going to say. Okay.
Hello, everyone. As Reverend Addison said, my name is Natalie Muniz, and I am a proud alumni of the class of 2019. I am a rising senior at Delaware State University, majoring in veterinary sciences.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Marlon Cruz, and I am a rising junior at the University of Maryland, studying fire protection and safety engineering. And I am a proud alumni of the Port Towns Youth Council. I served as the president and vice president of the Port Towns Youth Council. Bautista, Stephanie, and Karys, you have led our Port Towns Youth Council and Pathways to Career Success, participants in numerous community outreach activities and events such as several Port Towns community garden cleanups, plantings and harvest activities, Christmas events with the Port Towns communities, helped the town of Bladensburg and Riverdale with their 2020 census registrations, and were facilitators for incoming Pathways to Career Success 9th grade students during their orientation. Earth Day cleanup events, National Night Out events, and Rain Check Rebate Program advocacy events.
Without further ado, we would like to present each of you with this Leadership Award for your dedication and outstanding leadership of the Port Towns Youth Council. So this is presented to Karys, Amatie, for your dedicated leadership of the Port Towns Youth Council on this day, May 26, 2022.
Wonderful. So Karys, just step back, and we're going to get all three of you. So you got to announce the other one.
And if Stephanie Romero. This also says, presented to Stephanie Romero for your dedicated leadership of the Port Towns Youth Council. And presented to Bautista Flores for your dedicated leadership of the Port Towns Youth Council.
Let him stand. Okay, y'all move down. And hold your awards up. Yes, great. Let me tell you the significance. I don't know whether you can really see this. Did you take a picture of these, Tim? You did. Did you flash it up on the screen? Anyway, when I saw this award, this is a flame. This is a flame. This represents the Port Towns Youth Council. And this yellow part is what I call kindling wood. You need people who know how to ignite a fire. And these three, quiet, one is very extroverted, one is very introverted, and one is middle of the road. And that's what God does. He makes all kinds of people to make an impact. So when I saw this, I wanted them to remember the rest of their lives that they made a difference when they were in the 9th grade, when they were in the 10th grade, and that they were influencers. And so this is why this award means so much to us to be able to present them to them. Let's give them another hand. Thank you. Thank you. You can leave the stage this way. And thank you, Natalia. And thank you so very much. I miss you all so very, very much. Marlon, I miss you so very, very much. Okay. Is Kathy? Where's Kathy Samosa Garcia? Is she coming? Okay. I'm so excited about this particular portion, and I'm going to give you the podium. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kathy Samosa. I work for the Chesapeake Bay Trust, and I'm so delighted to be here with you all today to celebrate these young graduates. I had the great pleasure of working briefly with each and every one of 6 graduates through our partnership with the Prince George's County Department of the Environment. Through that partnership, we run 2 programs, the Prince George's County Stormwater Stewardship Program and the Rain Check Rebate Program. And Time Harvest Ministries was a grant recipient through Stormwater Stewardship, and they were awarded to help promote and provide education for Rain Check Rebate. And so that's where these graduates come into the picture. They learned the ins and outs of the program. They learned about small-scale stormwater practices, very technical things, and then they were tasked with the goal of educating residents in Prince George's County. So I was able to support them through a couple of those workshops and was just blown away every single time by their expertise, their professionalism, and so were the residents. I could see it in their faces, in their comments. So it was such a pleasure to work with each and every one of them. They worked with Councilmember Danielle Glaros in District 3, Councilmember Jolene Ivy in District 5. They worked with Seat Pleasant and Town of Evanston residents. We are so grateful for their support, their outreach, and we know that they embody so much leadership, excellent leadership, and it is a tribute of both themselves and also a testament to the leadership that Reverend Addison and her team provide. So thank you so much, and I'm going to go ahead and call some names out, and you can please come up to the stage, and we're going to present you with some certificates. So I'm going to start with Anthony Maltez. And I'm going to ask everyone else if they can just line up and be ready to go. So Ayola Hannum, Bautista Flores, Karys Amatie, Rebecca Reyes, and Stephanie Romero. This is my first time seeing them in person. They're all lovely people in person, so great to see you all. So thank you again. We really appreciate it on behalf of Prince George's County Department of the Environment and the Chesapeake Bay Trust. We are so thankful once again.
They're going down the steps that way, anyway. They're coming.
Thank you.
There are some graduates who are receiving additional scholarship and special awards. This award is special and it recognizes students who plan to pursue careers in science, medicine, or technology. Dr. Ellen Garrels, Dr. Neil's wife, will tell us of this famous astronomer and his connection to Time Harvest Ministries. Dr. Ellen?
No, I'm not Dr. Ellen Williams Garrels. I'm Reverend Gail Addison. Sorry to disappoint you. But she's not sorry because she is now in France visiting her daughter who is about to get married. And she just wrote me and said, Reverend Addison, I'm so sorry to disappoint you, but I was not able to squeeze in another second before I got on that plane, so I'm not going to be able to do the video. So what could I do? Just do what I'm doing. So what I want to do is just tell you about Dr. Neil Garrels from my own point of view and my own life lived with him. I met Dr. Garrels through his children when his children were in Rogers Heights Elementary School. And at that time, I had just started the Port Towns Youth Council, and I went to all the schools within the Port Towns and contiguous to the Port Towns. And at that time, we had 13 members of the Port Towns Youth Council. That included his children, these were the charter members. That included Brittany King, she's now Irving. That included Brian Hutchinson, the Como Manor folks know who I'm talking about. And included Jasmine Barrows, Como Manor folks know who I'm talking about. There were 13 students that were nominated by their schools to be representatives from their schools to the community. And this was so novel, but I think the thing that I was more blessed by is that God gave me a mandate, and he said, you cannot work with youth unless their parents navigate with them. So that's when I started working together and getting households to work together. And I tell you, Mr. Garrels, Dr. Garrels, who was an astronomer, a physicist at NASA, and he's also the one who actually did the big project that built this microscope that explored the celestial areas, the outer space areas. And he was so humble I didn't know the man did all of this. All I knew was that he lived Dr. King's values of having a heart filled with love and a soul powered by grace. When we started Project 450, and that was a community cleanup program, Miss Blue, who was then the counselor, one of the counselors in Como Manor, and I told her about my vision and what we were going to do with the youth, and we were willing to help you in anything that you wanted to do. And you have to know Miss Blue. Miss Blue said, well, that's all well and good. Come out here on Saturday and help me clean up the trash and the dirt. Absolutely, no problem. I told the parents and I told the youth, and everybody got excited to clean up the trash and the dirt. What she said to me is, you prove that you were here for the community, to do this community good, because most people would have said, or made up an excuse, we can't make it. So that was our induction to community outreach in the port towns, and then it spread throughout the county and the various things that we were doing. And I tell you, this man was always there. When kids were afraid to kayak, they were afraid to canoe at the Bladensburg Waterfront Park. They were afraid to do this and to do that. Dr. Garrels was the one that would take the students by the arm and say, I'll go with you. I'll go with you. And this man impacted my life so much, just so much. I thought I was a servant, but I really learned how to serve humbly. People don't need to know your credentials. People don't need to know how high you went in education. This man had bragging rights, but what he loved to do was to help others succeed and to overcome their fears. So tonight, I'm so honored to have 5 of our young people to receive his award, because he committed before he passed in 2017 to make scholarships for our urban children every year, and his family continued that promise on. So we've got 5 graduates tonight that will be receiving the Dr. Neil Garrels Award. Let's give him a hand, family a hand. So where are my young people? Where are y'all over here waiting? Y'all all lined up? I don't think y'all lined up, are you? Y'all not lined up? Where's Danny? Where's Helen? Where's Karys? Where's Roxana? Where's Stephanie? And he particularly wanted to award students that were going to pursue a career in science, medicine, and or technology. And that's what you're looking at over there. Those students that are going to pursue a career in either one of those 3 majors, if you will. So, if I can have the first award. Thank you. Stephanie Romero. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Karys Amatie. Thank you. Roxana Diaz. We don't make it a habit of announcing the money that goes along with it, but they get money scholarships. If you see them coming up here, they get money scholarships to go with it. Just want y'all to know this. Helen Fuentes. Y'all move in. And last but not least, Danny Zapet. So you all. Thank you. This award is near and dear to our hearts. And I've got two people here that's going to share with you what the award is and why it means so much to us. Kyron Irving and Lakeisha Gray.
Good evening, everybody. Oh, come on, let's try a little better than that. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Money is being given out. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. We are here to represent our wonderful, magnificent, beautiful, outstanding, and ever so loving Cynthia D. King. More affectionately known by myself as Mama King, AKA Mabu. This award is called the Compassion Award. And if you knew Cynthia King, you knew that she had compassion for all. She served in the parent group with Port Towns Youth Council alongside with her daughter, Brittany King, now Brittany Irvin, my lovely wife. And she also served with her wonderful husband, who is here with us tonight, Mr. Manuel King. And when I think about this award, Compassion, the two recipients, I just want you all to remember, when I think about my mother, she served willingly. Whenever there's somebody who was going without, she gave what she had. So as you go through life, serve with compassion. Have compassion for your fellow man, because Cynthia King did so willingly. The two recipients for this award, and please forgive me if I mispronounce your name, Atia Tariq and Leslie McCall. Oh, sure. Thank you all. Oh, not yet. Oh, okay.
All of y'all, move down. That's up here, Foster. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm Brittany's older sister, Nick. I just want to say that my mother and my father, they enjoyed the Port Town Youth Council. And Brittany, she was, I'd say, the youngest.
She was the youngest vice president.
She was the youngest vice president ever.
The youngest president.
And my parents, they always enjoyed being here. And I just want to say thank you for keeping her memory alive. Thank you.
You all didn't know this, but her mother made me Brittany's godmother. And that is quite an honor, quite an honor. She is quite a young lady. And I want to tell you that quiet-spoken one that I had to ask her would she say something, don't believe none of it. None of it. They came to my house one day because they believed Brittany over me. And that one right there, that quiet one, she was going to beat me up. That quiet one. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Because of what her sister, she was always the protector of her sister. And see, Brittany had gotten to the age at that time where she had changed from this young lady that you can just hint that you wanted her to do something and she would do it. She was very obedient. But she decided that she wasn't going to keep her word. And in this organization, in this ministry, your word is greater than anything. And so I told her parent, and her parent wanted to see me. And that one right there, she came with her parent, and she came with Brittany. And I hardly got the door open before she wanted to understand. You know how young people get? They want to understand. At first, they don't need to understand nothing. They just do it. I want to understand why this is affecting my sister so much. I called them in, and we had prayer. And I ain't have no more of that foolishness. So I just thought I would tell you that little secret. They're just absolutely wonderful, that King family. They have rescued me and my family many a day. So, Bautista and Stephanie, it's time for you to do this wonderful, wonderful award that we're so excited about.
Hello, everyone. So this is for the Education Excellence Awards. Where would we be without caring and diligent teachers and counselors? They ensure that we have the education we need to graduate on time, prepared for life success. And these two outstanding scholars prove every day that they care about us by the sacrifices they make for the Bladensburg High School students with their own families and day school responsibilities. Both of these individuals also teach at Bladensburg High School Night School.
I want to call to the stage Ms. Deborah Walker, who has taught 24 years with the Prince George's Public Schools and 7 of those years at Bladensburg High School as coordinator of the Nursing Assistant Program. Ms. Walker impacted the lives of hundreds of students who are entering into and are now practicing nursing and medical institutions nationally. Ms. Walker has just received the Maryland Career and Technical Administrators Award and was recently named the 2022 Maryland Association for Career and Technical Education Teacher of the Year. Ms. Walker, please come forward. Thank you. On behalf of End Time Harvest Ministries, on the behalf of End Time Harvest Ministries, the students and staff wish to present this beautiful award to you for your dedication and commitment to preparing students for nursing careers. Your partnership is priceless.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow,
I want to say one thing.
say one thing.
The seeds, that's more than one, have been planted. So when it's your turn, because this is named the Harvest Ministries, right? End Time Harvest Ministry. You're going to help like this young lady has done for 26 years. So you're going to reach back and grab your person to help. And it will make the world a better place. You want to give prayer in it, put it in it, and praise through all things. Remember that, and you will make it through.
This next awardee is so very special to all of us Plainsburg students. For 22 years, she has done exceptional things way above and beyond what any teacher or counselor should do. She ensures that we do our very best in turning in our schoolwork documents on time. If you don't, she will 100% call you out. Don't know, without a doubt. You can hear her from the counseling suites to the gym and the cafeteria if she spots you. Trust me on that. But we don't mind, because we know that Miss Consuelo Pettigrew loves us and wants the best for us. Miss Pettigrew, it is with an amazing honor that I present to you with this Outstanding Counselors Award for your dedication and commitment to preparing students for college, careers, and the workforce. Thank you so much. Please come forward.
I just want to let you guys all know it really means a lot, and I just want to let you know, just for you guys, I took my jeans off. Thank you.
Mr. Tim, you can roll it.
Hello, I am Andrea McIntyre Hall, and I recently joined the Kaiser Permanente family as the Senior Director of Community Health. Kaiser's partnership with End Time Harvest Ministries focused on Kaiser's National Healthy Eating Active Living campaign for more than 10 years. And End Time Harvest Ministry Wellness Ambassadors played a considerable role in the success of that campaign. I understand that End Time Harvest Ministries Wellness Ambassadors continue to grow each year, with students enrolling with a parent in ETHM's Pathways to Career Success program. The focus now is graduating students on time for college, careers, and being workforce ready, which is now one of Kaiser's primary goals. 2 of the 30 graduates have successfully met all of Prince George's County Public Schools and ETHM's requirements to graduate with honors for the past 4 years. Therefore, Kaiser is delighted to present Jessica Perez Mendoza and Juliet Ikea Zota with $500 scholarships to pursue healthcare careers upon entering college in the fall. Please know that we at Kaiser Permanente are very proud of each of you. Thank you.
We would be absolutely remiss at this point if we didn't hear from some words of encouragement from our very own principal. And you've already heard me call her name, but I wouldn't be her for nothing in the world. I'm telling you, being a principal these days, especially coming through COVID, it is no joke. And she is to be applauded coming to the stage and applauded leaving the stage.
Good evening, good evening. I have no choice but to count it on joy. As a principal, you have these visions of grandeur. And so God had my path to be slightly different. I was named principal in the midst of a pandemic. I encountered a lot of boxes where I got to get acquainted with students and staff. But through it all, I couldn't necessarily see the purpose that God had for me at the time. I actually began my career in 1996 at Bladensburg High School. And it cultivated me. There was a pull on my heart because it taught me what perseverance truly was. Embarking on this endeavor, I just believe everything, you go to college, you do all these phenomenal things, you go and you give back. But what happened when I entered Bladensburg High School, the students taught me what perseverance was. A lot of them had come from a lot of different places. Some had been forced out of their homes because they were in war-stricken countries, and they came just following a dream. And I remember having a conversation at the start of my career with one of my kids, and I said, what do you want to do? And he said, I want safety, security, and an opportunity. And I took my time to just sit back and think that at his same very age, my desires were very superficial. I wanted a high-paying job, a nice car, and a great place to call home. And he was just like, do you realize how fortunate you are to have the opportunity to pursue your dreams? And it was that conversation that day that shaped my future. When I walked into Bladensburg High School, I felt like I was at home. I encountered Reverend Addison relatively soon in the journey, and what I can honestly say, her vigor and just sheer fight for students it just was something that just filled my spirit. And there was fear there for me, because all I knew was I wanted to leave Bladensburg High School far better than I found it. To stand here and see you all be celebrated, I think I'm far happier than you and your family can ever be, because oftentimes we can hear the negativity about schools, high school students, and all these things, and all I'm yelling from the rafters, I am so blessed to have the opportunity to be the head of such amazing, amazing scholars. Thank you. What I'm so certain about, there are so many people that are invested in you. So failure isn't an option. Remember, any setback is an opportunity to be set up for success. We are here for you forever. Ms. Pettigrew's and Nurse Walker, in two different ways, because Pettigrew is high energy, Nurse Walker is calm, cool, reassuring, but nonetheless, everyone's fight for you is genuine. We love you. Our whole goal is to just celebrate your success. So all I ask of you is as you go about this journey, there will be difficult times, but you know what difficulty is, and you've already persevered. So push forward. Always be encouraged. If you ever need someone hollering, call Ms. Pettigrew. If you need a calm, reassuring voice, Nurse Walker and myself will always be there. But once a Bladensburg Mustang, always a Bladensburg Mustang. We love you. We even extend our love to Duval and Elizabeth Seaton, who happens to be my neighbor, so we love you all. We want to take the opportunity to thank Time Harvest Ministries for your tireless work. And to Reverend Addison, my prayer is that my commitment can withstand your test of time. So thank you. Thank you.
We just had to have the principal to say something, but we're going to try to wind this up real fast. But I want to tell you something. When you go through a pandemic, it's just like you've been through a tsunami. It has changed my life. It changed Time Harvest Ministries, and it changed the trajectory of the way that I'm thinking in terms of what is successful. But let me tell you, if you see anything successful about Time Harvest Ministries, we want to give not just a shout out, but we really want to give honor to 4 people that helped us to make it through. Because I'm telling you folks, and I want you to hear me say this, we never would have made it without him and without you. We never would have made it. And I'm saying to you, these 4 people, they are not only intelligent and smart, they're people of integrity, they're people who are servants, they are people who want not only to see the best for you, but they can get inside of your vision and your dream for these kids with me to make sure that Time Harvest Ministries is perpetual, whether I'm in it or not. And so the first person that I want to introduce to some of you and want to present to many of you is this lady that I think is high energy, this lady that has built, and I literally say built this particular district, this lady who has galvanized all of us nonprofits in her particular district and went beyond and began to be very inclusive about other nonprofits. This lady who gave us the slogan, "Only Together." Who am I talking about, y'all? Say it loud. Council Member Danielle Karys, please come to the stage. Councilmember Karys, let me stand here. This is you. You pushing us and pushing us and pushing us beyond what we think we have the capacity to do. And we thank you so much for giving us a vision for District 3. I live in it, and we have our business office in it. But I've never seen it like I see it through her eyes. And so she has a vision for not only District 3, but this is the team that she has formed. And we do think we are the world. You see, we think we are the world because she's brought us together. And I want to thank you for doing that. And we present this to you for building, for your team building vision for District 3 in Prince George's County. We love you. We love you. And she's not going to be on the council anymore after December, is that right? Well, don't sound so happy about it. And then the next gentleman. This next gentleman invaded my life. And he's younger than me. And he's very brash, confident, erudite, loving, and compassionate. But he don't take no mess. But he showed Time Harvest Ministries and all of the nonprofits that he's had an opportunity to coach really what it is that we should be doing differently from what we were doing in order to be sustainable, in order to stabilize our organizations. And I just thought, God, this is just too much. I can't take this. I can't take this. And the Lord says, you can take it. You can do all things. Live by the same scripture that you give the kids, through Christ who strengthens you. And God knows I needed strength to get through that capacity building program with my friend and just with my mentor and with somebody that has that type of push, and that's Andrew Kirkland. Please come forward. Look here, look here. Andrew, we are so proud to present this to you for your commitment to expanding Time Harvest Ministries' capacity to serve youth and families. Thank you. Isn't that beautiful? Don't you drop that thing. You go that way so you can get your box. Okay, we're going to get it. What time is it? Huh? Okay. The next gentleman has been in my life since we started Time Harvest Ministries. And you're talking about a man of integrity, a man of fight, a man of vision, and a true servant. And he has been on the board for only 7 years, but I thought it was much longer than that. But he really is a voice of wisdom to us. And we just love him so much. And that is Mr. Albert Aqua. See this? Isn't that pretty? Isn't that beautiful? That goes to you, Mr. Aqua. And it says, to Albert Aqua, for your kind and faithful service to Time Harvest Ministries since its inception, your commitment to the mission of Time Harvest Ministries has successfully or significantly impacted our youth and family services. And I thank you so much, Mr. Aqua. And the last partner award goes to a CPA company that is named Golden Group, and it is more than a company, it is a firm. And I would love for the recipient for Javier Golden to please come forward. Look at that award. Just look at that award. It's an Eagles Award. We outsource our payroll and a lot of our administrative things that we just could not do being such a small company. And we would never have gotten our standards for excellence had it not been for the Golden's Group's excellence, their proficiency, their understanding of nonprofit organization, and just their skill in being able to marry technology with accountancy. It was just amazing to build your capacity to serve more in the area of your passion. This is Javier Golden's son, looking just like him. And this is Ariel Golden. And look at this award. Is this awesome? You have to meet his father. Not that you don't deserve this too, but your dad is just absolutely amazing. And it says we're presenting this to him for the exemplary services of the Golden Group team.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. And there's a box. There, go this way, honey. There's a box that goes with all of these beautiful crystal awards. So at this particular time, I would like to call our dear Senator Malcolm Augustine of the 47th Maryland Legislative District to the podium. You know, I started to say pulpit, y'all. Okay, to the podium.
Thank you, Reverend Addison. It's my pleasure to be here this evening. I'm Senator Malcolm Augustine. First thing I want to say is, do y'all believe this dress that Reverend Addison is wearing tonight? Let's just say that's an amazing dress, and you see how it matches the colors, the color scheme and everything, and the plant, right? You know, but I'm really just honored to be here with you all this evening, and to be a real partner with Time Harvest Ministries. And the thing is that listening to all the messages that were given out tonight, one thing I just want to say is that Reverend Addison loves us all so very much, and she's also very tough on all of us. But it's with love. It's absolutely with love, and I'm very grateful for that. And the one thing that she does for all of us, which I think is just so important, is that she believes in us. She believes in us. She believes in the excellence that is in all of our students, and she demands of us our best. And that is something that I think is just invaluable. I mean, I know that for me, growing up, my parents were there for me, but there weren't other people who really believed in me in the way that you all are so fortunate to have Reverend Addison believe in you. It's just such an important thing that I feel is so important. And I also just want to say, Reverend Addison has also given to these kids, and let's just give a round of applause to the parents again. Parents. Reverend Addison has, working with you, given you, these kids, the gift of manners. And I know that you all don't think that that necessarily is a big thing, but let me tell you something. It really means something when people are polite, when people are respectful. It resonates with folks. When people respond, we are fortunate to be able to give out scholarships, and I will tell you, the recipients of the scholarships who are from Time Harvest Ministries, they send a note of thanks for what they've received. That resonates. I never forget that. That is something that she has given to you all that is just something that will serve you so very well throughout your entire life. I am here to just give the opening up for presentations from our congressional leaders, our state leaders, and from our county and municipal leaders. You will see in the program that you will see that we have congressional citations. I know that Tiffany Hannon was here with from Senator Cardin's office. I'm not sure if Tiffany is still with us. She is. Okay, Tiffany is here with us. And we have them from Senator Van Hollen, Congressman Brown. We have some from myself, Delegate Fennell, and Delegate Ivey, and Delegate Fisher. And of course, we have citations from and scholarships from Angela Alsobrooks, our county executive. And I know that, I think that Nikki Greco is here from Councilmember Ivey's office, because I heard her whistle. I thought for sure that I heard that. Yep, I know I heard the whistle, so I knew that she was here. So I'm grateful that she is here. We have Councilmember Glaros. Can we give her one more round of applause as well? She's here. Would you please stand up, Danielle? Danielle has just given so much. She is finishing her 8 years on the council, on the county council. And this woman has given everything that she has to us and to our community, and I say thank you to her. Everyone should say thank you to her as well for the scholarships and citations that she is providing. And I saw earlier as well that Councilmember Taveras is here. Councilmember Taveras is here as well. She's here as well. She has citations and scholarships. Give her a round of applause. And Time Harvest Ministries is also a partnership with the port towns, a partnership with the port towns. And I know that from the town of Bladensburg, we have Mayor James. Mayor James, are you still here this evening? Yes, she is. Let's give her a round of applause. Along from Bladensburg, I think I saw council members Rout and McBride as well. If y'all could stand and be recognized too. Thank you so much for being here. We also are partners with the town of Colmar Manor. And from Colmar Manor, I think that the mayor, the brand new mayor, Monica Sanas, is here. Is the mayor here this evening? She sure is. Give her a round of applause. And I'm not sure if Councilmember Mendoza is here this evening or not. I thought I saw her name. She is not here. That's okay. But we have former member Councilmember Blue here, so we can give her a round too. And Chief Stone as well, which is always great. We also are partnered with the town of Cottage City. I did not see the chair, Wanda Wheatley, here this evening, or members of the council. And I know I saw earlier that Councilmember Harding was here as well earlier from the town of Colmar Manor. From the town of Edmonston, I know we saw the mayor, Mayor Gant. Mayor Gant still here? Okay, well, that's okay. We'll give her a round of applause, and the folks from the town of Edmonston, as well as Councilmember John Johnson, who was here as well. I also know that we saw him earlier. I think he was recognized that Councilmember Turner was here as well. So we just want to give him a round of applause. Board Chair Juanita Miller from the Board of Education, and Board Member Pamela Boozer-Strother I saw here earlier as well. We are so honored to provide these scholarships to you all, and I'm not sure, do we have some video presentations, Reverend Addison, for those folks, from some people?
No, we're going to move right along.
Okay, we're going to move right along. So congratulations to you all. We are so pleased to be able to provide these citations and scholarships to you, and congratulations. Thank you so very much.
I love that gentleman. Just love him. Where is my board chair? Where's my board chair? Did he leave? Oh, good. We're going to make a change in this presentation because I see that you all know that we love our graduates, right? And all of the certificates that we have for their achievement, we promised them 4 years ago that all this stuff would happen and that they would get jobs and that they would get scholarships. And we made good on our word. So we want to recognize them. If you can just pull one of those certificates out, yes. You see me hastening along because this has gone longer than we had anticipated, but some things happened, and I was just determined that our young people weren't going to get cheated, out of what they've been waiting for 4 years, but each one of them will receive their very own certificate of achievement. Chairman, would you please read that so that everybody knows what they are getting? You need your specs too?
I do, yes. Let me get
You
my
need your
eyes.
specs?
Good evening, everyone. This has been such a wonderful event. Just first want to say thanks to everyone who's participated in making this wonderful evening happen, and to all the graduates, congratulations. From the board, right?
Yes.
Okay. On this 26th day of May 2022, Time Harvest Ministries is pleased to celebrate your successful completion of the Port Towns Youth Council and Pathways to Career Success program. Your dedicated service to the Port Towns in Prince George's County has made a tremendous impact on the health and well-being of your peers, family, and other stakeholders. Thank you for helping to build a safe, clean, and healthy Port Towns community.
Thank you so much. Board Chair, now just ask all the board members to please come.
And so at this time, we'd like to recognize all of the board directors for Time Harvest Ministries who are still here. I think I saw Albert. If you would just stand for us, Marion, if you're here. Janelle was here earlier. She had to leave, and so we thank you. Thank you. Please give them a round of applause. Oh, Bambi is also here. Please stand up, Bambi.
Yes.
Raise your hand. Let us know that you're here. Good to see you. Thank you all for your work and for your service. These folks work tirelessly on behalf of Time Harvest Ministries. And we all work for Reverend Addison. I don't know if you guys know that, but we do. Many of you share that same boss, right? So we understand and we appreciate, Reverend Addison, your hard work and all the hard work of the young people that really is, you all are the reason for all of this. And we are so incredibly proud of each and every one of you. And we can't wait to see what the good Lord is going to do through you and for you. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. So proud
God bless you. At this particular time, we're going to kind of wind up everything because our rent has expired. So we really do have to close up for the evening. But young people, you are going to be very, very blessed. What I'm going to do now is we're going to play our exit song in a minute. But I just want you to see the little team and with a big impact that makes all of this happen. And I want to start with Mr. Aubrey Pruitt. Mr. Aubrey Pruitt. And then our sidekick. Where would we be without Mr. Roberto Sanchez? And he's our very own success story. He started out with Time Harvest Ministries in the 9th grade. And he finished Bladensburg, track star, went to Bowie State University, and is graduating this month, I believe, or next month, from Bowie State University. And has a full-time job with benefits with Time Harvest Ministries. Success. Success. Our newest member is Miss Nina Danielson. Where is she? Oh, she's outdoors. Okay, she's out there somewhere. I think she's probably dealing with the little tiny one. And you all say, that you work for me, and I tell you I work for the students, I work for the children, absolutely. But we all work for this young lady, and she has navigated with me for years, and she's got so many gifts, talents, and treasures. I don't know where we would be half the time if it wasn't for her telling us what to do, where to stand, how to do it, but it all turns out right. And I would like for Miss Tina McDowell to please come to the stage. You're coming up the wrong side of my stage. I know I did. I know I did. Miss Tina, it really is our pleasure to present you with these beautiful roses, and you truly, truly, truly deserve them. And we love you. We take orders from you because we know you know what you're doing, okay? And so thank you so very, very much. So, we have beautiful gift bags for each and every graduate. And in the gift bags are all of the citations, the proclamations, the certificates, and other stuff that is very, very valuable to their resumes. These young people can go on LinkedIn now and be competition for many of us because of the journeys that they've done and also the serving that they've done. Just so very, very proud of them. And we will give you everything that everybody has gifted to you, and we will definitely give you your scholarship money. We will definitely give those of you who want to have jobs through us, jobs again this summer. Everything that we can do for you, we still want to do, and you can always come back, and we will honor you and always think that, wow, when I'm old, yes, I said it, when I'm old, y'all gonna take care of me. So I thank you, and I thank you. So Mr. Tim, would you hit it?
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Okay, this closes the night. Thank you very much.